as an entrepreneur, you don't have space for woulda, couldas, or shouldas, which I think a lot of people get trapped in that, right? I would have done that if such, 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 such. I could have done that if this didn't happen. I should have done that, but that happened. So the introspective analysis kind of helps you identify where you're doing that woulda, coulda, shoulda, and helps you to eliminate those mistakes and helps you to see how you can keep moving forward as you're on your road to success.
Think about just a straight line, or as straight as it can be. I'm gonna mark here in the middle. Then we're gonna make 3 ticks to the left and 3 ticks to the right. Say -5, -10, -15 for years. Then we're gonna go +5, +10, +15 for your future state. Here in the middle lies your current state, right? Even bell curve. So all things given, you're looking at 5 years, 10 years, 15 years back, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years forward. Given your current state, where are you looking to go, right? But before we do this, let's think about where we've been. So 5 years ago, think about 5 things that you set out to do. You're gonna list out 5 excuses that hindered you from accomplishing 5 goals from 5 years ago. Then we're gonna go to 10 years back. We're gonna think of 3 things that we did not accomplish, and what were those 3 excuses, right? Then we're gonna go back 15 years. We're gonna think of 1 thing that we did not accomplish, and what were the excuses that made us not accomplish those things, right? So at this point, you would have had 9 excuses that have occurred over the last 15 years of your life. Now let's think about this in forward perspectives now. Given your current state, now I'm thinking about in 5 years, what's something that you want to accomplish? But the difference here is you're gonna start using I am statements. So now you're gonna think of 3 things that you will accomplish and that you are using I am statements. So now you're gonna think of those 3 things. And then you're gonna say to yourself, I know 5 years ago, the following 5 excuses hindered me from accomplishing my goals, but I have already overcome those things now. I am whole, I am perfect, I am strong. Now you've come up with 3 goals, right? So, and these are I am goals. In 10 years, you're gonna do the same thing, but now you're gonna think about 2 goals that you wanna seek out in 10 years. Using the same exact kind of philosophy, an I am statement. 15 years, let's just think of 1. So when you look at this in its totality, right, now you've got 6 goals. You've also taken a look back and figured out what things hindered you before and how you've already mitigated those things and what's gonna help you in your future state. So now let's use this in its totality. I'm gonna use something fun, right? In 10 years, I am going to be a scuba diver. I know 10 years ago, I had the following 3 excuses that hindered me from my goals. But those things have already been mitigated. I am whole, I am perfect, I am strong. So therefore, I will be a scuba diver in 10 years. Big picture, you're looking at how do you X out these 9 excuses? How do you meet these 6 new goals? Right? And you're taking your time. This can also be applied to not just years. This can be applied to months, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, etc. It's the same exact concept. This introspective analysis tool for us was a game changer because it helped us to see why didn't we accomplish things years ago? What was it that was hindering us, and how do we mitigate those things for future state? This is how you become the kind of entrepreneur that you really want to be. Eliminate the excuses, find you some good I am goals, and knock them out the park.
For people that are out there that are like me, and you're looking at this and you're like, okay, well, what does this mean for me? Where am I really going with this? This can be the difference between leaving this world on empty or leaving this world on full. Leaving the world on empty means you fulfilled your goals, you've attained your dreams. Leaving this world full means a lot of unfulfilled dreams, a lot of excuses. Take a second. Look at this exercise in our book. Really take it in, really consume it, really actually do the exercise. And you'll be able to see where your shortcomings are in life, those excuses, and how you can move forward and actually start obtaining some of those things that you've been praying and wishing and hoping that you could do in the past.